Around 1978, I met the comedian Andy Kaufman, and he was performing his Avant-garde Elvis act in a club in Queens. The performance started with Andy playing the bongos, and for some unknown reason, sobbing. We became friends, and I acted as Andy's straight man in clubs and field trips. At the Improv in New York, Andy would begin his show by insulting women and saying, "I won't respect them until one of them comes up here and wrestles me down." This was supposed to be my job. I sat in the club drinking whiskeys, trying to get up the nerve. In the meantime, I was also supposed to be heckling him. And after 3 whiskeys, I managed to get pretty abusive. Wrestling him down, though, was really hard because Andy really fought. On our field trips, we would go to Coney Island to try out some of Andy's theories on cutting-edge comedy. We'd stand around the Test Your Strength games, the one with the big sledgehammer and the bell. And Andy would make fun of all the guys who were swinging away. And I was supposed to beg him for one of the huge stuffed bunnies. "Oh, Andy, honey, please get me a bunny. Please, please." Finally, Andy would step up to the big thermometer and take a swing. The indicator would rise a few inches, and "try again, weakling" would flash. At this point, Andy would start yelling that the game was rigged and demanding to see the manager. We also went on the roto-whirl, the ride that plasters everyone against the walls of a spinning cylinder and stretches their bodies into Dopplered blobs. Before the ride actually starts, there are a couple of awkward minutes while the attendant checks the motor and the riders, bound hand and foot, stare at each other. This was the moment that Andy seized. He would start by looking around in a panic, and then he would start to cry. "I don't want to be on this ride. I've changed my mind. We're all gonna die." The other riders would look around self-consciously. Should they help? He would then begin to sob uncontrollably. I loved Andy. He would come over to my house and read from a novel he was writing. He would read all night. I don't know if any of this book was ever even published. Now, I've never been one to hope that Elvis is still hanging around somewhere, hiding. But I will probably always expect to see Andy reappear someday.
I saw a lot of trees today, and they were all made of wood. Well, they were wooden trees, and they were made entirely of wood. Your shirt was on fire, and your hair was on fire, and flames were licking all around your feet. And I did not know what to do. And then 1,000 violins began to play. And I really did not know what to do then. So I just decided to go out and, walk the dog. I went to the movies, and I saw a dog 30 feet high. And this dog was made entirely of light. And he filled up the whole screen. And his eyes were long hallways. He had those long, echoing hallway eyes. I turned on the radio, and I heard a song by Dolly Parton. And she was singing, wow, I feel so bad. I feel so sad. I left my mom and I left my dad. And I just want to go home now. I just want to go back to my Tennessee mountain home now. Well, you know she's not going to go back home. And I know she's not going to go back home. And she knows she's never going to go back there. And I just want to know who's going to go and walk her dog. Her dog. Well, I feel so bad. I feel so sad. But not as bad as the night I wrote this song. Close your eyes. Okay. Now imagine you're at the most wonderful party. Okay. Delicious food. Uh-huh. Interesting people. Uh-huh. Terrific music. Uh-huh. Now open them.
What Fassbinder film is it? The one-armed man comes into the flower shop and says, "What flower expresses days go by?" And they just keep going by endlessly, pulling you into the future. Days go by endlessly, endlessly pulling you into the future. And the florist says, "White lily." What's this? A little dust in my eye. Well, I'm not the type to cry. It's 4 a.m. I'm standing by the bed where you lie, sleeping the sleep of the newborn. I put my finger to your lips, warm hair. 5 a.m. You lift your hand and open it. Then you slipped away. You slipped away. Oh, death, that creep, that crooked jerk. He comes walking. He comes sneaking down that long, irreversible hallway. Grabs you in your sleep. Walk outside to the parking lot. Bright coins of water on the sidewalk. Big white building where your body lies stands in the middle of the fields. Icy air, and after all the shots, the way the heart unlocks. Slip away. We slip away. I'm thinking about the way they lost things, always come back, looking like something else. Fishing pole, a shoe, an old shirt, a lucky day. Then they slip away into the remains of the day. They slip away, they slip away. How you taught me how to win and how to lose and how to fight the crippling blues that I was born with. Bad dreams and nightmares. Ooh, they slip away. Ooh, they slip away into the remains of the day.
stop looking for you, stop seeing your face every day. Bad dreams and nightmares, big bad wolves. Ooh, they slip away into the remains of the day. Ooh, they slip away into the remains of the day. They slip away. You told me you had no idea how to die, but I saw the way the light left your eyes, and after all the shocks, the way a heart unlocks. Ooh, then you slipped away. You slipped away.
our country, you're free, and so you're born, and so they say, you're free. So happy birthday. And even if you were born to lose, even if you were a complete wreck when you were born, you might still grow up to be president because you're free.
Today you might be an average citizen, a civilian, a pedestrian, but tomorrow you might be elected to some unexpected office or sell your novel and suddenly become famous. Or you could get run over by a truck, and your picture could get into the papers that way. Because you're free, and anything might happen, so happy birthday.
Gee, all those lights and all those screens. The New York experience is mind-boggling. I don't think I've ever seen that many screens before, and I'll probably come again. It was really amazing, mind-boggling.
You're walking, and you don't always realize it, but you're always falling at the same time. With each step, you fall forward. Over and over, you're falling, then catching yourself falling. And this is how you can be walking and falling at the same time.
Look, over there, it's a real dog, and it's really talking.
I wanted you, and I was looking for you, but I couldn't find you. I wanted you, and I was looking for you all day, but I couldn't find you. I couldn't find you.
Well, I paid my money, and I've got this funny feeling that somehow, it's not what I paid my money for. I mean, I paid my money, and I just don't think this is what I paid my money. What I paid my money for.
No one has ever looked at me like this before. No one has ever stared at me for so long like this. This is the first time anyone has ever looked at me like this, stared at me like this for such a long time, for so long.
Well, he didn't know what to do, so he decided to just watch the government and see what the government was doing and kind of scale it down to size and run his life that way.
She said the hardest thing to teach her 3-year-old kid was what was alive and what wasn't. The phone rings, and she holds it out to her kid and says, "It's Grandma, talk to Grandma." But she's holding a piece of plastic, and the kid says, "Hey, wait a minute, is the phone alive? Is the TV alive? What about that radio? What is alive in this room and what isn't?" Unfortunately, she doesn't know how to ask these questions.
We were in a large room full of people, all kinds, and they'd all arrived at the same time. They were all free, and they were all asking themselves the same question. What is behind that curtain? They were all free, and they were all wondering what would happen next.
This is the time, and this is the record of the time. This is the time, and this is the record of the time.
In our country, you're free until you're born, and so they say you're free, so happy birthday. And even if you're born to lose, even if you're a complete wreck when you were born, you still might grow up to be president because you're free. Today you might be an average citizen, a civilian, a pedestrian, but tomorrow you might be elected to an unexpected office or sell your novel and suddenly become famous. Or you could get run over by a truck and your picture could get into the papers that way because you're free and anything might happen, so happy birthday. Gee, all those lights and all those screens, the New York experience is mind-boggling. I don't think I've ever seen that many screens before, and I'll probably come again. It was really amazing, mind-boggling. You're walking
and unloading of passengers only. There is no parking in the red zone. Please stand clear of the moving platform. Please stand clear of the moving platform. Mr. Green, white courtesy telephone, please. Mr. Green, white courtesy telephone, please.
I've been getting lots of sun and lots of rest. It's really hot. Days I dive by the wreck. Nights I swim in the blue lagoon. Always used to wonder who I'd bring to a desert island. Days I remember
Of his bones are coral made. Those are pearls that were his eyes. Nothing of him that doth fade, but that suffers a sea change into something rich and strange. And I alone am left to tell the tale. Call me Ishmael. Thanks a lot. I've been getting lots of sun, lots of rest. It's really hot. Always used to wonder who I'd bring to a desert island. Days. I remember rooms. Nights. I swim in the blue lagoon. It's so plain today. Flying low over the island, but my mind was somewhere else. And if you ever get this letter, thinking of you, love and kisses, blue Pacific, signing off.
sun's coming up like a big bald head bulging up over the grocery store. It's Sharky's day. It's Sharky's day today. Sharky wakes up and Sharky says, there was this man, and there was this road, and if only I could remember these dreams. I know they're trying to tell me something. Strange dreams. And Sharky says, I turn around, it's fear. I turn around again, and it's love. Oh yeah, strange dreams. And a little girl sings. And the manager says, Mr. Sharky, he's not at his desk right now. Could I take a message? And the little girl sings. Sharky, he's Mr. Heartbreak. They sing. Sharky, yeah, he's Mr. Heartbreak. Sharky says, all of nature talks to me. If I could just figure out what it was trying to tell me. Listen. Trees are swinging in the breeze. They're talking to me. Insects are rubbing their legs together. They're all talking. They're talking to me. And short animals, they're bucking up on their hind legs, talking to me. Hey, look out! Bugs are crawling on my legs. Yeah, I'd rather see this on TV. Tones it down. Sharky says, I turn around. It's fear. I turn around again. And it's nobody knows me. Nobody knows my name. And Sharky says, all night long I think of those little planes up there flying around. You can't even see them. They're specks. And they're full of tiny people going places. And Sharky says, you know, I bet they could all land on the head of a pin. And the little girls sing. He's Mr. Heartbreak. They sing. He's a slow day. On the edge of the lake, he's a whole landscape gone to seed. He's gone wild. He's on an island split at midnight on the road to Boston a long time ago. And Sharky says, lights, camera, action, timber! At the beginning of the movie, they know they have to find each other, but they ride off in opposite directions. Sharky says, I turn around, it's fear. I turn around again, and it's love. Nobody knows me. Nobody knows my name. You know, they're growing mechanical trees. They grow to their full height, and then they chop themselves down. Sharky says, all of life comes from some strange lagoon. It rises up, it bucks out to its full height from a boggy swamp on a foggy night. It creeps into your house, it's light, it's light. I turn around, it's fear. I turn around again, and it's love. Nobody knows me. Sharky says, I turn around and disappear. I turn around again and it's love. Little girls sing. On top of Old Smoky, all covered with snow. That's where I wanna. That's where I'm gonna. That's where I'm gonna go. It was August, summer of '82. You had that rusty old car, and me, I had nothing better to do. You picked me up, we hit the road, baby, me and you. We shot out of town, driving fast and hard, leaving our greasy skid marks in people's backyards. We were going nowhere, just driving around. We were going in circles, and me, I was just hanging on. Like in that n.d.e.r.s book, where she sees that eagle with the skull of a weasel hanging from its neck. Here's how it happened. Listen. Eagle bites the weasel. Weasel bites back. They fly up to nowhere. Weasel keeps hanging on. Together forever. We were going nowhere, just driving around. You did all the talking, and me, I didn't make a sound. And if I open my mouth now, I'll fall to the ground. And if I open my mouth now, there's so much I'd say. Like I can never be honest. Like I'm in it for the thrill. Like I never loved anyone. And I never will. Eagle bites the weasel. Weasel bites back. They fly up to nowhere. Weasel keeps hanging on. Together forever. I remember that old coat my grandma used to wear, made of weasels biting each other's tails. A vicious circle, an endless ride on the back of an old woman. Eagle bites the weasel. together forever. And me, I'm going in circles, just circling around. And if I open my mouth now, I'll fall to the ground.
Some say the future is crowds fighting for water and space, chaotic and dark and loud. Everything used to have been taken, but I say the future's within the still point of the mind. When we escape the bonds of earth and break the bonds of time, somebody asked me to design religion, I would make it all about snow. no good or evil, and no suffering. Just perfect crystal spinning in ecstasy, 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 ecstasy. Ooh, the weight of the world, eternal spin, puts a dent in my shoulder, burning my spine, burning my spine. Ooh, the weight of the world, eternal spin, puts a dent in my shoulder, burning my spine, burning my spine. We dig down in the ocean, swing up to the stars. We own the moon and the earth. We're masters of Mars. Bodies in motion. We embody the spirit of motion. Bodies in motion. We embody the spirit of